I'm gonna go ahead and record it. Okay. Yeah, we'll go ahead. Yeah, I'll record it. I'll record it for you guys, for the fans. We do it for the fans, not for the haters. I'll record this one here. Yeah, it's like so many emails about. Oh, no, never mind. Oh, okay. Anyway, if statements. So they're really cool. It allows your program to actually make decisions and kind of have branching different outputs, and it's really interesting. It's kind of like, I don't know if anybody ever watched that Black Mirror interactive episode called Bandersnatch, or there's that new Kimmy Schmidt versus the Reverend on Netflix, where you can like make decisions, or one of those old Choose Your Own Adventure books where it's like, if you want to go into the cave, turn to page 58. If you decide to go into the forest, turn to page 36, and then like you die no matter where you go. That was my experience with Choose Your Own Adventures. But if statements are like Choose Your Own Adventures that you can write into your program. So they're very cool. If statements are used to do something only if some condition is true. And when I say a condition, I'm talking about a Boolean expression. And I know you folks are really familiar with Boolean expressions because in 3.1, you wrote a bunch of Boolean expressions. So basically, a Boolean expression is something that evaluates to true or false. Let me write that down. Boolean expression, something that evaluates to true or false. So some examples of Boolean expressions that you've done: age is greater than or equal to 18. That's a Boolean expression. If age is some integer variable, then it evaluates to true or false. If they're 19, it would be true. If they're 18, it would be true. If they're 17, 17 is not greater than or equal to 18, it would be false. So that's an example. Here's another example of one. Age equals 25. You can go rent a car if you're 25 years old or older. Another example is something like this. If you have a string for your password, you could do password equals, I don't know, ABC123 or something like that. All of those are Boolean expressions because they evaluate to true or false. In 3.1, you went and made variables and you stored Boolean expressions in those variables. In 3.2, we're going to use these Boolean expressions to actually make decisions in our program. So what does an if statement look like? Great question. Here's what's called the skeleton of an if statement, aka just like a template for an if statement. You write the word if, and then you put parentheses after that if, and then some Boolean expression, aka something that evaluates to true or false. Any one of these three examples here could go inside of the parentheses. Frankly, I could just put the word true inside the parentheses if I wanted to, but it wouldn't be very interesting if I did that. But basically, you write the word if, and then in parentheses, something that evaluates to true or false, if age is greater than or equal to 18, if password dot equals ABC123, whatever. And then inside the braces, you put some statements. And when I say statements, I'm talking about like a print statement. You could set a variable equal to something. You've got a lot of options that you can do when I'm talking about statements inside of these braces. You know what? Let me make it look like Code HS's braces. They usually do the brace on the following line like this. So let me just be consistent without, I did not mean to zoom in so far. I'm sorry. There we go. Okay. And that one. Okay. So you say if, followed by some Boolean expressions, something that evaluates to true or false, and then some expressions, some statements that go inside the braces. Now, if the Boolean expression here is true, the stuff between the braces happens. So if this here is true, then these statements here will happen. And then after these statements happen, then you'll just continue on with any more of your code after the braces. If this Boolean expression is false, if whatever it is evaluates to false, like for example, if the person's 17 is not greater than or equal to 18, then it just will not evaluate anything in between the braces, and your program will basically skip them and then move on to whatever's after the braces. So that's how an if statement works. It's like I said, like a choose your own adventure. If something is true, then do the stuff between the braces. If it's false, skip the stuff in the braces. So I've got some examples here. If age is greater than or equal to 17, presuming age is some integer variable, maybe the user types it in or something like that. If age is greater than or equal to 18, print out, you can watch a rated R movie. So if this evaluates to true here, it'll print out, you can watch a rated R movie. If age is greater than or equal to 18, you see I've got another if statement over here, then we'll print out you can vote. So let's think about this. If the user enters, let's say 18, let's say the user's age is 18. If age is greater than or equal to 17, 18 is greater than or equal to 17, so print out you can watch a rated R movie. They're 18, it'll also print out you can vote. Let's say the user's 17. This will evaluate to true, so it'll print out you can watch a rated R movie. But when it comes down to here for 17 is not greater than or equal to 18, so it will not print out you can vote. Let's say the user's 16. Well, this statement, this Boolean expression will evaluate to false, so we'll skip this print statement. And then also 16 is not greater than or equal to 18, so it'll also skip this print statement. So that's kind of an if statement. I was going to walk through some of the examples and then maybe do an exercise, and we'll go from there. So here's one of the examples that's on CodeHS. Let me explain what's going on here. So in this one, there's a scanner that's created. It prompts the user to enter their age. This is 323, as you can see up here. It's just one of the examples. The user enters their age, and it's stored inside of a variable named age, kind of like the example I had. And if they are greater than or equal to 18, if this evaluates to true, it'll print out you can vote. This also says if they're less than 18 years old, then it'll print out, sorry, you can't vote. Let's try running this and seeing what happens here. Enter your age. Well, let's say I'm 18. I can vote. Because this is true, it prints out I can vote. Since 18 is not less than 18, this expression I have highlighted evaluates to false, and it just skips anything inside of these braces. So you don't see, sorry, you can't vote. Let me run it again. Let's say I enter that I'm 15 years old. Let's go through evaluating these. 15 is not greater than or equal to 18, so it skips this print statement. However, 15 is less than 18, so that's true, and so it'll print out, sorry, you can't vote. Let's add another one. If, let's say, age is greater than or equal to 25, if that is true, then you can rent a car. Why do I keep using that as an example? Because that's the only age milestone that's left after you hit 21. So not trying to make you guys feel negative about the future or anything like that. But it is what it is. You can rent a car. What if, okay, what about this? What if so let's try that one. So if the user enters, oh, this will be good. If the user enters that they're 26, it says they can vote because 26 is greater than or equal to 18 and 26 is greater than or equal to 25. So it also prints out you can rent a car, as you can see over on the side there. Let's do one more. What if the user enters some negative number, like they're just some troll and they're trying to mess with my program? You know, there's a lot of trolls on the internet. Have you guys seen the YouTube comments? You guys have been in the YouTube comment section before? My God. Okay, so something like this. If age is less than 0, I'm going to put less than or equal to 0. It's not like a baby, a newborn baby is using this program, although that would be funny. Having a baby sitting at a computer, like one of those movies. Boss Baby, is that a movie? You can't be negative years old. Maybe I'll say that to them, because you can't be negative years old, jerks. So if they type in -2, it's going to say two things. -2 is less than 18. That's true. So it prints out, sorry, you can't vote. -2-year-olds are not allowed to vote in this country. Take that to, I say go to Lansing and protest that. You can get a free haircut while you're there, apparently. not trying to be political. And then when it comes down to here, -2 is less than or equal to 0. So it says you can't be -years old. So that's another example of if statements. Any questions on these examples? Okay. We're getting a crowd. We got 4 people? Oh my gosh. Jeez. If I invite my family, we could double our numbers. All right, let's look at this other example. I'll just do one more example here. Negative numbers. So this is kind of a similar program. The user is going to type in some number. They're prompted to enter a number, and then the number they enter is stored in an integer variable named number. And if the number is less than 0, it's going to print out number is negative. Let's try it out. I type in -2. -2, number is negative because -2 less than 0 is true. Let's try another one. If I type in 5, nothing happens. Why does nothing happen? Well, 5 is not less than 0, so it prints out, well, nothing, because it's just going to skip. Number is negative, and there's nothing else after the closing brace. Let's add some stuff. Let's do if, how about number is greater than 0. Then I should print out number is positive. Something like that. Let's see what happens now. All right, number. -2, number is negative. -2 is less than 0, that's true, so it prints out number is negative. -2 is not greater than 0, so it doesn't print out number is positive. Let's try again with a positive number. +2. Number is positive. Why? Because 2 is not less than 0. This evaluates 2 less than 0 is false. Hopefully you know that. If not, you can get out one of those number lines. 2 is less than 0 is false, so it doesn't print negative. Number is negative. It just skips it. And then it comes down here, if number is greater than 0. 2 is greater than 0, so it's going to print out number is positive because that evaluates to true, so it does anything in between these braces. What if I type in 0? Any ideas what's going to happen if I type in 0? I won't hit enter yet. I'll let you think about it. If you're really confident, you think you know, you can throw it in the chat. Okay, I'm going to hit enter here because it doesn't seem like we're confident. Let's see. Oh, I see it. Oh, so what's somebody answer? Social, you genius! Nothing prints out. Why does nothing print out? Well, is 0 less than 0? No, that's false. Is 0 greater than 0? No, that's false. And then that's it. There's nothing else. So if I wanted to, I could put in another if statement, something like number equals 0. Sorry, try to use code HS braces. There we go. Then I could print out number is 0 or something like that. If I really wanted to. It's my program. It's my world. You're just living in it. Now I type in 0. It says number is 0. So there we go. Those are if statements. I was going to do one of these exercises here. Which one? Is this the one I wanted to do? It doesn't look like it, but maybe it is. Are you what I wanted? Sure. Let's look at this one here. I'll do one of the exercises. Here's a freebie, throwing it out to the crowd. It says, let me move this over so I can read the whole thing. Can you move over so I can read you, please? Hold on, got to move myself. Okay, classic Zoom. All right, write a program that computes how much the user owes for parking in a particular parking garage. The garage charges $3.50 per hour. However, the maximum amount they can charge is $20. This means that if the total comes to something greater than 20, the user is still only charged 20. So if you're there like all day, I'm guessing, instead of being charged like $1 billion so you can park your car, it's just maxes out at 20. How many hours have you been parked? Okay, so I'm just going to follow these prompts. Create a scanner object. Okay, been doing this all my life. Easy peasy. So simple a child could do it. All right, ask how many hours you were parked. Looks like their prompt is a print ln because it prints and then starts a new line. So how many hours have you been parked? Typing speed is getting a little slow. I got frozen fingers down here. Maybe I'm trying to think what would be a good variable name for the number of hours. It looks like they're integers. So maybe int hours. Oh my gosh, where does it come from? Right up here in the dome piece. Next one, compute the cost at $3.50 per hour. So I'm going to make a variable called cost. Looks like it's just hours times 350. So if they're there 2 hours, should be 7.0. If they're there, okay, so that's that. Calculates the cost. Store it in a variable so I can use it again in a minute. It says if cost is over 20, set cost to 20. So if cost is over 20, cost is greater than 20. I don't know that I need that 0.0 there, but why not? Then set cost to $20. So if the cost is a million is greater than 20. You heard it here first. And it'll set the cost then to $20. Let's say the cost is 15. 15 is not greater than 20, so we'll just skip this and leave the cost as it is. Boom. Display the final cost. It's like they got some fancy output here. You owe, I'm going to use my string concatenation skills. Ready? $, close quotes, plus cost. Oh, baby. Let's try this bad boy out. How many hours have you been parked? 1. 3.5. Perfect. How many hours have you been parked? 1,000,000 hours. Still only owed $20. I'm just going to park my car there. Nobody needs to know. Okay. So here's where I used if statements. All right. Cool. Questions? If there's no questions, I can take some requests. And I'd like to start requests with Unit 3. Like if there's any requests from 3.1 or 3.2, I can do that. You know what? I'm actually going to, I'll keep the recording going because I'll keep the recording going for you guys. Any requests on 3.1 or 3.2 exercises? You can put them in the chat if you, okay, what do we got here? Next one in 3.2. I would love to. Let's, oh, should I submit this one? I didn't even test it, see how I did. As if there was ever any doubt. All right, so I'm gonna just take requests on exercises from here on out. If you are good and you wanna go try them on your own, you're free to go. If you wanna hang out and watch me do some of these, feel free to hang out. All right, sweet or unsweet, let's check this one out. Write a program that asks the user what they, so this is just the next activity. Write a program that asks the user what they want to drink, then ask how many teaspoons of sugar they want. Wow, they don't give me many directions in this one. Okay, write a program that asks the user what, so honestly, I don't know about you guys. Here's my opinion. Sometimes this doesn't help me that much. I usually like looking at the example first. And then after I look at the example, then I can kind of go back and read the description. That's just how I operate. Maybe you're like that, I don't know. So it looks like I prompt them, what do you want to drink? Maybe this is like a coffee shop, like Starbucks or something. I use a scanner to get what they want to drink. They type it in. Then I ask how many teaspoons of sugar they want. And then I print out confirming your order you wanted. I just print out what they said. Oh, and if they say more than 1 teaspoon of sugar, at the end they say with sugar. Okay, we got this. This is easy. Well, it's not easy, but you know what I mean. I'm just going to move this over so I have more room. Hope that's okay with you guys. Hope it doesn't mess up your workflow, your 2 monitors set up at home. What do you want to drink? I'm using a println there because it looks like they prompt them and they enter on the next line. I think I have to use the scanner next line method because it looks like they can have green tea, which is 2 words. So I'm going to use next line here. So maybe I'll do something like string, because obviously they're typing in words. I'll do a string drink equals input.next line. Okay. And then, no worries, Margie. Nice talking to you. Good luck. See ya. And then the next one here, how many teaspoons of sugar? So I got to prompt them again. Looks like another print ln. How many teaspoons of sugar do you want? Something like that. And then it looks like they type in a number that's an integer because nobody's going to be like, oh, I would like 2.33 repeating, of course, teaspoons of sugar. Okay, int sugar equals input. So I'm going to use next int is what I was trying to say because they're typing in an integer there. And then what does it tell me? It says, print out the order again to confirm it. You should print out the drink name if they wanted more. So here I see in the directions, if they wanted more than 0 teaspoons of sugar. So I'm obviously going to write an if statement somewhere. First though, it looks like I print out the drink. And I think I want to print out the drink no matter what. So that's not going to go inside of an if statement. I'll show you maybe 2 different ways to do it. But no matter what, it looks like I have to print out the drink. Do you see that? And then after I print out the drink, it just depends if they wanted sugar or not. I'll print out with sugar. So I'm thinking I can use a system.print just to print out whatever drink. Oh, wait. I have to do confirming your order first. Sorry. Trying to make it look exactly like their example. Confirming your order. What kind of robotic thing is this? You wanted. That's a println according to their examples there. Then no matter what, I'm going to go ahead, systme. Then no matter what, I'm going to go ahead and print out their drink. Notice no quotes. Why no quotes? Because I want the actual drink variable's value instead of the word drink to show up. Notice I used a print there. Why a print? Again, I'm going to print out whatever they decided to drink no matter what. And then the directions say if they wanted more than 0 teaspoons of sugar. How can I write that? If sugar is greater, sugar is the name of the variable I stored that they typed in. If it's greater than 0, then I can print out maybe space with sugar. Wait, with, what does it say? With sugar? With sugar. Let's see. Can I type here, please? What happened? Stop. Sorry. Code HS issue. What do you want to drink? Mexican Coca-Cola. How many teaspoons of sugar do you want? 0. Confirming your order, you wanted a Mexican Coca-Cola. That's the one with the real sugar in it, so I don't need any added sugar, obviously. Don't put sugar in your pop, no matter what, anyway, whether or not it has sugar. Americano. That's a coffee drink, I think. I want 20 teaspoons of sugar. Now it says Americano with sugar because 20 is greater than 0. The other way you could have done it, you could have said if sugar is greater than 0, print out drink plus with sugar. If sugar is less than or equal to 0, I guess, then just print out the drink. So you could have done 2 if statements if you wanted to. But I just think this is a little bit more efficient because no matter what, you're going to print out the drink. So that's that one. Thank you for that question. Maybe I can switch back and forth. Hayden, was there one you wanted me to do? Or were there questions on this one? Does this work? I should probably check it. All right. Cool. Hayden, did you want me to do one? Or Carly, did you have another one? Or doesn't matter to me. I got. Sorry, or all the other people that are joining the Zoom meeting, if they have any requests as well, I can fulfill those requests. Everybody in the back? Cool. That sounds good. Sounds good. Let me just wait for the other 30 people back. 30 people back there. 30 people in the back. Hayden, did you want me to do any? Well, if we're all good, if you're all good, I'm all good. If you have any questions tomorrow, I also have time available. So feel free to request some time tomorrow if you need it. So there's that. Seniors, congratulations. 2 more days. And yeah, very cool. All right, everybody. I'm going to sign off. Nice talking to you. Thanks for joining. You don't know how much it means that you guys join. I can't teach nobody. I'm used to teaching 35 people at a time, going down to 2, 3, 4, or it was 0 to start today. It was a little tough, but thank you guys for showing up. I appreciate it. I will see you all next time. Thanks for joining. Adios, everybody. Absolutely. See ya.